Yeah, well, I don't know what day it was, but I was drinking my coffee the other day in the car. Like, what is that noise? The spoon was still in it. Oh.
Good morning, it's Monday, the start of another week. I thought I'd start a vlog. So yesterday I had to comb through my hair. It was so tangly. It was like fully matted and like dreadlocky underneath because on Saturday night I went out with my friends and it was a very, very long day. You know, like when you think we'll go out for a day session, it's going to be lunchtime, we'll be home by 7. It's about 13 hours. Anyway, never intended, but always how it ends up. Because I think I'm 25 and then on the Sunday I wake up and I'm like, I wasn't 25. So I ended up with a ton of oil and like leave-in conditioner and stuff in my hair yesterday when I was trying to get rid of all of the knots, which I did successfully, but now it's got that kind of like film, you know, and you can like still feel the product in your hair. So I'm going to try something that I saw on Instagram and do kind of braids. I can't easily do like French plaits. I don't have like the patience, but I also kind of don't really understand what I'm doing with my hands. When I used to do them, when they were like, do you remember like in the Lauren Conrad days when people would have like a braid across the front, or I used to do it like down this way, people would tell me that I was doing Dutch braids. Like I go like over under instead of, it's not tucked in, it's like on top. And I have no idea. It's just the way that I plait hair. So I don't know how to do it differently. So I saw someone on Instagram like twisting the top part and it all looked like one French plait down the side. I'm horrible at hair. This is not neat, but it's not bad, right? It's not bad. This is like a pretty good style for me to keep my hair, especially because I've just had my ears pierced, which we'll talk about in a second, but to kind of keep my hair off my face, but it looks done. I'm really feeling this. I really am. So I told you last week I was having kind of a hard time with, should we call it self-care? Just like skincare and generally looking after myself. And although I'm feeling a little bit better this week, I have some breakout situations down here, and I think that is the result of not having looked after my skin for a couple of weeks. I was kind of surprised by the response to that revelation as well, because a couple of people said that they did similar things when they were feeling particularly stressed out or low, that there were certain elements of their routine that would kind of drop off and suddenly they'd realise that they haven't been brushing their teeth. What a weird thing. What a strange thing. I'm going to do a little facial massage this morning because I think I'm going to film some stuff and I'm not going to put makeup on yet because I might put makeup on while I'm filming. So I'm going to go downstairs and do a little facial massage. It is 9 o'clock and you know what I'm going to have? I'm going to have some pasta. I'm going to have some pasta and some cheese because I'm starving. This is the problem with drinking when you think you're 25, and as my friend Karen so angrily pointed out when a very kind and possibly paid off by me bouncer ID'd me on Saturday night, which I'll get a lot of mileage out of for many, many long years. I'm nearly 40. She's like, she's nearly 40. Casual brag. But in my mind, I'm 25. And then the Monday after the Saturday night, you are still so hungry because this is still a hangover. Don't at me about my portion size. I was raised by a woman who absolutely does not understand portions. I'll always make twice as much pasta as is actually needed, but I'll also eat it. When I come into the living room these days, I have to put it on cinematic mode. Not because it's fancy, but because for some reason it brightens up the whole screen. I don't really understand my iPhone, truthfully. So what I've been doing for the facial massage, I've been using the Boots Rescue Skin Oil, which is their bio oil tube. It looks like this. I've shown this before. Bio oil back in the day I thought was like going to do some kind of amazing wondrous thing for my stretch marks. Like 16 years ago it was the thing that it was advertised in all the pregnancy magazines, and I was like, this is it, this is going to do everything that I want it to do. Oh, I keep forgetting I've got earrings in, catching them. And I honestly don't think it did anything at all. I was obsessive about putting it like on my boobs and my bum and my legs where I got no stretch marks on my stomach, which is weird, everywhere else. And then eventually on my C-section scar. And truthfully, I don't really think that it did anything. However, it's a nice massage oil, and I do like to purchase things that promise to do things that I don't actually think are possible. Anyone else? I was actually just contacted by a brand that I discovered this past summer when I got to the thing of like, I'm getting close to our holiday and I'm going to start using cellulite creams and buying into that whole thing of we can get rid of all of our flaws with these lotions and potions. And I came across this brand, I can't remember what it's called, but all of the reviews were like, this is incredible. Very, very temporary results, like it will only work for like a day until you'll have to use it every day, which is ingenious. But absolutely incredible results for your cellulite. And then the like very small percentage of people saying it was horrible said it feels like it's going to burn your skin off. So I was contacted by these people. Obviously, I didn't pull the trigger and actually make the purchase. They were like, would you like to try these products? And part of me is like, yes, I really, really would. And I'm still on the fence because I might do the review. I might like, you know, but then I also don't want to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to contribute to the overall feeling that we need lotions and potions to make everything better, she says, while she's massaging her neck. I don't know. So I was watching this facial massage technique on YouTube. I did originally link to the person. I don't watch it anymore because now I just kind of know it by heart. And it totally 100% makes a difference to the puffiness of my skin. I can't tell you really whether or not it's doing anything you know, to contour your face, because that's what people say that these gua sha stones can do. Like, you can really make it. I don't think, you know, it's going to get rid of a double chin or give you an incredibly defined jawline. However, I'm very, very puffy, and in the morning I can look, especially if I've had a really salty meal the day before, I like really retain water. It is completely insane. When I was losing weight this year, I really recognized how much that fluctuates within me if I don't drink enough water, if I do drink, because the next day I'll be like crazy lower in weight because it's dehydration. The water within me is bizarre, because I feel like one day I can be 6 pounds in water heavier. So knowing this about myself, I think that makes a lot of sense as to why sometimes I can be super puffy, because I don't think my body can regulate the water within itself. And this is incredible for depuffing. Absolutely amazing. And especially because certain areas around here where I feel like, oh, you know, like when you're starting to feel like there's a sag. God, this is a terrible vlog. I apologize, but I'm just being honest. When you're starting to feel like there's a sag, and again, we're told that this is not good, this makes a big difference. This makes a massive difference. This has, again, done for me what Skin and Me did previously and put me off any other potentially more invasive treatments that maybe I was leaning towards. I also just realised I didn't put a timer on for my pasta, so that is going to be very cooked by the time we've finished. I know my technique as well is not good, and I'm going very quickly, but this is just, it's just how I do it. I also bought this gua sha stone from Amazon because I lost my other one, and I love it so much more. It's bigger. I'll link it for you. It's only like £5, I think. It's bigger, and I think that it's nicer against my face with what I want to do with it. I will say this area is a little bit nicer as well, because I find that I'm kind of like pulling against, like I'm not pulling, but I'm like pushing against with the flat part. I'm less likely to actually drag with the pointed area. But if you've never done any kind of facial massage before, would highly recommend you Google it. There's so many YouTube videos about it, and especially with these gua sha stones. I happen to already have one because I bought a set, you know, with one of those little rolly things that truthfully I don't really know what I was ever supposed to do with. And now I understand how to use this. It has been the best thing in my skincare routine in the past 6 months. The best addition, the biggest difference, better than any expensive creams or serums. Incredible. Absolutely refused to get out of my space when I came back from the kitchen. I like squeezed in the space thinking he'll shuffle over. Nope, absolutely not. Anyway, I'm watching Desperate Housewives and eating my pasta. The makeup is on. I'm actually super shiny. Also, might need some bronzer on the neck. Little touch of bronzer on the neck. I have had this on for about an hour and a half and it looked good. Also, I've just put the like studio lights up, which really bounces off the glow, and I'm playing with bronzer. Slightly too tan. I've also got hair on my face that I can't get rid of. Anyway, I'm going to try this. I used to use this Primark matte setting spray all the time. Oh my god. You know when there's like a hair and you just can't find it? It's going to drive me crazy. Anyway, we're going to try and ignore it. I'm going to use this. See if it's as good as I remember, because I seem to remember this kind of like dried down and really did help to mattify and keep me matte. I don't even know if you can get this anymore, but if I'm going to play with heavier makeup stuff, I'm going to need to find a way to stop the shine without being like, and powder and powder and powder. I've got one video filmed, edited, and that's going up today, and I'm currently setting up to film a Black Friday wish list. Kind of like an online shop with me is the plan. So I'm like opening all of the tabs and getting a few things kind of sorted for specific highlights so that I don't just kind of completely lose my way and we're just like randomly scrolling the internet. Just another good reason that I didn't do my hair today. It's like weirdly misty. It's like there's like rain in the air, but it's not raining. It's really, really strange. It's like standing next to a waterfall, I imagine. I don't think I've ever stood next to a waterfall. Ugh! Parked somewhere different. I parked next to the garage is where I parked because I thought I was going to take all of the junk out of my car and put it in the garage. Did I do that? No, I did not. So now I'm going for a walk. Gotta go get Milo. It's a lovely day, you know, although it is weirdly misty. Look at this. It's beautiful. It's such a gorgeous autumn day. Yes, I appreciate the irony of that, given that it's Christmas in my house. Spray did not work. You can't tell in this light, but I'm still very, very shiny. Extra oily like around here. I'm actually breaking out a fair amount kind of in these areas. More than normal. I don't think it's like hormonal, because that's usually what a chin breakout means. I suspect it's because I've been wearing so much more makeup. And maybe there are certain things that my skin just doesn't like. We'll see. It's like learning makeup all over again. So I just realised, I did say at the beginning of the video, I would tell you about my ears pierced. Or my ears being pierced. So I had my ears pierced when I was a kid, and I think I had them pierced about 4 times. At some point I had both. At some point I just had the one, and they healed badly. At one time, they healed all the way over the back of the earring. I just kept having them done and hoping that it would be different, and it wasn't. And then eventually I had these keloid scars on the back of my ears. On one side, I actually had them removed. This was when I was 16, so I haven't had my first hole pierced since before I was 16. And then for a long time, the second holes healed fine. So if I wanted to wear earrings, I would wear them in the second hole, but I really didn't very often because that looks weird. And then eventually, I think it was a couple of years ago, I bought a pair of earrings that I really liked, and realised that the hole on one of them at the back had healed because the keloid had like grown, because that's what they do. And so it's probably been like 10 years since I wore earrings. So it's been something that I've been thinking of recently, because I keep getting these ads served to me on Instagram for these cute little huggy earrings, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it. So on Saturday we all went, and I had these redone, and they each had like something funkier up here. And yeah, that is the boring story of my ears being pierced at 36. It's not even like an interesting piercing, they're just normal. So we'll see, but I'm hopeful. If anyone's got any tips on like particularly great healing techniques, then I'm all ears. But for real, because like I really could probably do with some tips. But yeah, that's the deal. And I'm hopeful that in January I'll be able to swap them for some little huggy rings, and then I probably will never change them. They'll just be little kind of sleeper ones all the time. Anyway, that is going to be it for today's vlog, and I'm going to whack all this on the computer now and see how it goes. I've just finished editing another video that took absolutely forever. It's going to be a 30-minute video. There is a sponsorship in it, and how sponsorships work is you have to send them in advance to be approved. So I can't tell you for sure that that video will even ever see the light of day until the little part of it that was sponsored is approved. So we shall see. But all being well, that will go up this week. And it is a big old Black Friday shopping video. So look out for that. And I will see you guys in another vlog very soon.